So today we're going to be talking about consistency and how you can become more consistent. So you clicked on this video because you want to learn how to be more consistent in what you do. And this is honestly one of my favorite topics to really be talking about because this is something I truly did struggle with. And I believe that this is most likely the number one thing really holding people back from achieving their goals or their dreams. I don't think many people lack the ability or lack the willpower or just lack the need or desire to achieve their goal. I think what they really lack is the consistency to stick through it regardless of what's happening. So where does this come from? Why do people start something and almost never finish it? Well, I can speak from my personal experience, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate, but there's also a lot of nuances to it as well. I can tell you primarily for somebody like myself, it can be very easy to be caught up in the internet, be caught up on make money here, make money there. And so you end up just sticking to one thing or choosing one thing, for example, like let's say drop shipping, right? And you choose it, you work on it, you realize, oh wait, I'm not gonna be making 10K a month as I was promised on a fucking ad for this particular business model, right? You realize, oh shit, it's actually gonna take a lot of work. Maybe I work on it. Oh wait, another ad just popped up. It says I can make 10K doing affiliate marketing. Let me go do affiliate marketing because that will be sooner, that will be faster, I will be getting rich quicker that way. So it's basically just shoving shit up your ass and taking that shit and saying, yes, I'm gonna get rich quick by just continuously following and pursuing the next shiny object. When in reality, that's not the case. If you look at the most successful people at the tops of their industry, I can particularly give out a few examples. Like, let's talk about in business, right? Who's the top person? Jeff Bezos. If you look at their track record, they've only ever had one company that really made them massively successful, and they've only ever stayed with that one company for many, many, many years. So they played the long game and it paid out massively for them. And that's just the reality of people who are extremely successful. I can give you another example. Let's do sports. We have brilliant soccer players or football players, if you will, like Ronaldo, Messi. These guys are at the top of their fucking field. They're top of athleticism, top in what they do. They're recognized worldwide for their work, for playing soccer or football. And so when you look at these guys, they've been playing since they were little. They've been consistent their whole lives. They never once thought, oh, this is gonna be too hard. Oh, this is not gonna happen. Oh, no. They knew that in order for them to be great and to be the best at what they did, that they had to stick to one thing above everything else. They just had to choose one thing above all that they knew that they wanted more than anything else. And they started it and never stopped. And that's what really changes and shows who's serious about it and who's not. So you could start something, right? You could start a business venture, you could start whatever, and be high on the idea of starting something new, brand new, it's novel. And realize 2 months in, oh fuck, this is gonna take years to actually get the results that I'm achieving or that I'm wanting to achieve. And so when it comes down to that, you start to not get that same dopamine hit you may have gotten that first month or the first couple weeks or the first couple days, wherever stage you are at. And so that's something that I personally struggled with. I would just try all these new ventures and realize I'm just trying to get quote unquote rich quick. But the reality is that's not how the game is. That's not how the game is meant to be played if you want to really win, be the top of your field. So I encourage you to be consistent, is to create systems that allow you to be consistent Don't necessarily go overboard trying to do as much as you possibly can, trying to cram and rush the process, because the truth of the matter is the process cannot be rushed. There are no shortcuts to success. A lot of people don't like to hear that, but it's just the truth. You have to do the work that is needed to be done. In life, you can either drift to your end goal, or you can accelerate the drifting to your end goal. So you can either get to your end goal however long you want to decide to take the action, or you can take the action now and get there faster. It's up to you. So a good example would be this brand that I'm starting, right? I've started creating YouTube videos. I've actually had a channel before this where I did vlogs and stuff, but I didn't really take it that seriously. I got distracted, whether at school, doing other things. And I've come to realize that if there was one thing above all else that I really want, it's a brand. And so I've decided to record these videos every day in order to stay consistent. And really what's helped me is having a system. Systems are super crucial. You can use AI, you can use ChatGPT to help you create a system. And this will really allow you to stay more consistent. And I would focus more on the inputs, right? So in order for me to be consistent, I should be posting every day. So the input that I'm having is a post every day. So does it have to be perfect? I mean, ideally, yes, I would want it to be perfect, but it's not going to be realistically. And so all you can do is really just hold yourself accountable to post every day. I'd recommend doing it first thing in the morning. It's when you're most fresh, you're gonna have the most energy, and you can just get out the way and not have to worry about it for the rest of the day. So those are really good ways. Sorry about that. Those are really good ways in order for you to continue to stay consistent. And give me 1 second. All right. So yeah, those are really good ways in order for you to stay consistent. And believe it or not, the first couple days are probably going to be the hardest, and that's it. You just have to overcome the first couple days, and you can just stay consistent, because it only can become easier. You can only adapt to it more, and your body only adjusts and your mind only adjusts to what you're doing more until it becomes a habit. And as soon as it becomes a habit, that's it. It's all yours for the taking, whatever it is that you want to do and be consistent in. So consistency really is the killer of dreams. It's a shame to say, and it's something I struggled with, and I'm now realizing at 22 years old that, damn, if I would have just stuck to the one thing above all else that I really wanted since I was 18, when I started to have a higher consciousness and started to realize a lot of the bullshit, I could have been in a completely different place than I am right now. But it's what held me back. And all I can do now is just accept that, reflect, and learn from that lesson. And I encourage you guys to do the same. So whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, whatever goal it is you're trying to achieve, I highly encourage you to use the resources you have in order to create a system that will allow you to be consistent every day. And as long as you're consistent every day and you don't stop, it's almost near impossible for you not to succeed. That is like the biggest ingredient that you need. And everything else, I'm telling you, if you continue to stay consistent, will come. All the skills that you need to know, all the ability that you need to be the best at what your craft is, if you stay consistent every day, you're just gonna be a byproduct of being really good at it. And so your dreams and your successes are really on the other side of staying super consistent. And I hope to be able to show you, and I know I want to be able to show you, and I will be able to show you through these videos and through building my brand. And so I hope you guys found some value out of what I'm saying. I hope you guys can learn from my mistakes, especially if you're younger than me, or even if you're not. It's better to start now than never, because time is only going forward and there's no going back. So take this for what you will, and make sure that you create a system that makes it super easy for you to be consistent every day. And so I will see you guys tomorrow, and take care.